I'll put on the screen. Uh, Quote and ponder it back with another video. I'm out doing my little exercise so I could get up out of that extra size. So when you go out, don't order them extra fries. So, um, yeah, I want to come and talk about Cardi B. Her life is just a ghetto movie. And I feel like she like it just like this too. You know? Anytime that a person is not black and they gotta try to be something, that they not, they have to uh just do all of the moving parts that she does, like, always tethering herself to a black man. If you done fixed your face up and did all of these damn surgeries, committed all these damn perjuries, why you ain't got the Dominican man that you want? Why? Why? Why you don't got him now? You done fix your face up. You try to appear what like, yo, I'm trying to make sure I say this in the right way because I don't want to bash. But it's like, even in this photo right here, I think this is before Cardi started doing all the facial surgeries, right? Now, I would say that she wasn't butt ugly. She wasn't no cutie, like cutie, cute, cute, but she wasn't butt to the butt. I mean, she probably could. I mean, that's subjective. That's subjective. Ugliness is based off of, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, whatever. But I feel like now, whatever she did to her grill, sometimes when you see it, it's like, ew. It's like, I don't know. I feel like she got like this moon shaped face. And it's just like, it reminds me of the Wicked Witch. Was it the Wicked Witch of the, who killed my sister? Who killed the Wicked Witch of the West? It's like, she remind me of the Wicked Witch of the East, like that chin. And it's like that whole moon shape. And whatever they had to do to shave it down, her face, I could definitely see it. And my whole thing is this, right? Where you really like, let's think about this. Number one, it's like, why have all this surgery on your face to still heavily filter your photos? I just don't get it. I don't get it because you could see the clear differences when Cardi is in videos and she's talking, like, like that video she did when she was like, I like it like a drum. And then you see her post photos on her page, they're almost flawless, you know? But I think she knows that too. See, you mess around with your face so much. See, they say once you do one surgery, you're gonna want to do another. You're gonna want more, more and more. More and more. More and more. Oh my God, I gotta share this also. Let me share you the sad story that I experienced on my way home. So I'm going down the road to get to my apartments, right? Now, on this road, there's always these dogs running, little dogs too. They're always running. So I noticed this dog, and I'm like, why is a dog laying on the ground? It was so sad. And somebody must have scooped that dog up so quick. I don't know if they bring it to a hospital or if they just threw it in, maybe deeper into the woods. But it was a dog. Once I got closer, I noticed the dog was basically having like some sort of seizure. I think somebody hit the dog because I seen it bleeding. I was like, damn. And ever since I moved over here years ago, I said, these little fucking dogs running down the street, I just don't understand. And so the dog was pretty much just having a seizure, I guess, off of the impact. The same thing happened to my cousin too, with her car. She had like a little dog, and the dog got hit. To her dog, I'm sorry. Her dog got hit, and the dog just went into convulsions. Her dog died too. Her dog got hit lightly. Little dogs, you can't play that with them. They get any type of blunt force or the slightest hit, they can die. So yeah, so that was just crazy to see. I'm like, why is this dog in the street? I got closer, I see the dog shaking, I see blood. I saw, oh, somebody done hit that damn dog. Oh, but anyway, as it pertains to Cardi B running up in hotels, doing what the hosts tell. Wow, 7 months pregnant. You can't even protect your. You wasn't even concerned about another nigga D word going inside you. Like, that is really crazy. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all already heard, what happened today with that blogger releasing information on Cardi B And then she was playing it real low on social media because she know that it's true. See, at first with Cardi, she's such a damn gimmick. Sometimes you don't know, like all these people could potentially be in bed together, trying to get these rumors drudged up. But I do kind of believe it because um I do and then I don't. There's always that uncertainty with me because all these people could be in bed together trying to get Cardi ready for the next rollout. I mean, there will never be a thought unturned when it comes to me, when it comes to her, because she's a slickster. So I know earlier she said something on her channel. She posted something like, what time will tell or whatever. If you let another nigga, not only when you was pregnant, and see, she admitted to it too after she had her baby. She's talking about, didn't she say something like, I gave something, she gave her P word away or whatever? And then it was confirmed that they done seen her coming out of a damn hotel room disheveled, digging her own grave with a shovel. The girl just disheveled, just letting anybody just dig in it. Like, I want to say this to you, right? Cardi B, I don't care how much surgery she got, how many damn Van Cleaves she got up the damn sleeve, how much she try to rich talk people and say she got all these Eliante or whatever. There is an insecure woman that is under all of that makeup, and she knows it too. It's a very insecure woman. Very. Like, to me, Cardi and this is my opinion. I'm not saying she don't take care of her kids and, shell out the money and do things like that. But to me, Cardi relies on her parents, her mother and shit to be there for them kids. That's not motherly. You letting this nigga backshot your shit, put the D up in the V while you got a baby inside you? Who cares what Offset did? That's your baby. That is your baby. And now rumor has it that she could be potentially having another child. Yeah, at this point, if that's true, I don't think she want to go on tour. She gets anxiety. The girl was just recently on Spaces like, yo, I was saying this earlier when I was on somebody's space. Like, you listen closely to Cardi when she talked about shit. Where did all of that arrogance go from the WAP era as of late up to the up era when she knew that whatever she put out, it was gonna be a for sure thing, right? Oh, it wasn't no anxiety happening then. It wasn't no anxiety. Now she was on Spaces like a week or so ago. So my label want me to put a single out, but I don't want to put a single out because I get so much anxiety. Why you getting anxiety? Because they ain't performing the same? Why you got anxiety? Last year was a wake-up call to her. I'm telling you. Now, that's not to say that Atlantic Records or whatever powers that be over there, that they're not gonna try to flip the shit in high gear when it's time to roll her album out. Because they're gonna need a prayer from they're gonna need listen, they're gonna need a prayer to a preacher. They're gonna need something to kick that shit in high gear. Because even though this conversation is going on, I still feel like it's still at a low type of it's a micro conversation because before I went live to look for a thumbnail, I had just Googled like Cardi Offset, and the news was just about Offset saying that he's happy for her. There wasn't no news about this, and Cardi. I mean, who knows? Maybe it will blow up after. But I just feel like Cardi, when it comes to certain things, I feel like there's audiences who are interested in these conversations, but I don't feel like people were ever really interested in Cardi like that. The reason why I say that is, and I was telling somebody this as it pertains to Megan because they was trying to argue with me over Megan. I said the truth of the matter is that y'all like to talk about these people, but y'all not really supporting them. Like when they do little like, so the person was like, "Oh, Nikki has this Megan several times." And I'm like, Megan dissed Nikki several times too. The difference is you don't pay attention to her music. You don't like Nikki so much, but you pay attention to every move that she makes. What does that sound like? That sounds just like the person who put their album on sale for $4.99. Her flop ass the reason why they don't change the motherfucking rules. Her. Making the reason why the damn industry changed the rules, trying to sell for $4.99, and you would have think that they would have purchased. You would have think that after Coachella, she would have surged on the charts. But they don't buy albums. I wonder if she changed her album price too. I'm gonna have to go to iTunes to see if Megan's changed the album. Because She permanently. Act two, Act one, oh, was permanently $4.99. What do you say about your talent at that point? $4.99? You are the reason why. You are the reason why they changed the rules. And the sad thing about it is you didn't even make no damn impact with having a low album dollar amount. She didn't make no impact. That album, so what? What she sell off a 4.99 album? It ain't do nothing substantial. She ain't do nothing record breaking. Imagine if Nicki shit was 4.99 on iTunes. That's almost disrespectful to the artist. The lowest I ever even seen Nicki do was like, like, when a person gears up for their album to come out or whatever, all of their stuff will be discounted on iTunes. You'll see stuff like that. You might be able to like complete your album for this price for $7, $8. I just think that Nicki and the label is not playing that because she's talent for real. Megan selling a whole damn album for $4.99 and it still ain't selling. And poor Cardi, she sad. She out here trying to do all these damn tricks and wind up on a black ditch. Like, I really want to know. That's one of my questions where I was thinking today. When all of this was going on, it's just like she rocking with Stephon Diggs and this and that. Why did girl fix up all her face and spend all this money? Why she ain't back in her community? Why she don't got the Dominican Dons? Because they know. See, a black man, especially somebody like Stephon, he might be full of shit. It'll sink into him that Offset cheated, and once he really start, when you start get to know the bitch a little more, he like, damn, I gotta wake up to this every day. Nah, nah. Let her run home. Let her run home to her community. Let one of them Dominic see. The thing is, she thought she was gonna come over here and being that she's racially ambiguous, she was gonna get a black man who's gonna treat her better than he treat the black woman she called roaches and fucking rats and monkeys. Oh, she thought she was gonna get a man treat her different. He still cheated, still got somebody up in the palace, and probably with malice. He do. You thought the Punani was gonna be so different. No, he knew exactly what you was. He knew that you worked in the club, so you were highly accessible to men, which in translations means that you're able to be manipulated. That's why you let him bust nuts up in you roughshod, have baby after baby after baby, and then can still treat you like a maybe. Please, low self esteem is like existence still over there. That's why she got to come online and prove, prove, prove. You know how many times when people edited photos of Nikki, and I don't even believe some of them photos ain't even edited. Like when she was sitting down, I will say this just to say, um, I felt like the titties looked good. Like they was hoisted up and greased up, like she was about to do a shift at at the strip club. They was hoisted and greased up, and but her torso did look a little sunken into the thighs. But when they start taking all that fat away from different areas and stuff, um, and then adding, that's probably why it looked like that. So she got fat all in her legs, and then her stomach, they sucked it all out. So that's probably why it looked sunken in like that. But I thought she looked okay in her clothes. But when I start to look at her, I'm like, damn, she done been messing with it, nip tucking with that face so much. That's why it looks like, yo, around the face, even in this thumbnail of this video, around her face, it's like she did something that was not like that before. Yeah, she might not have been the baddest up in the palace, but she started picking at her face. Like, you gotta leave that face alone. You gotta leave the face alone because a lot of us, especially when she came in, she was younger. You gotta be able to grow into who you are. Like, I personally feel like me, even at my age of 42, I feel like I look the best that I've ever looked in my life. Like, I don't know how anybody else feel, how they treat themselves or whatever, but I feel like I look the best that I look now that I've ever looked. And sometimes it takes you, to reach that point. Some people, when they're younger, some people might just be funny looking. Like, I don't ever feel like I was ugly, but I do feel like I look the best that I've looked. So people don't even be giving themselves a chance. They just see the best. What it was is, right? She know, Cardi knew that her raps was subpar. So she like, damn, remember that, that video? She was like, I don't care about being lyrical. See, she was getting so many views back then that saying something like then she was polluting the airways, just like how she polluted the airways to tell people, I'm not kissing Nicki's ass. And all of these other girls, they kissed your ass. And in translation, nobody was really on her like that. And she wanted all of the rap girls to be on her. Remember, after then, she started jumping in people's DM, offering her services up. You supposed to be the damn talent. You offering your services up to do the remakes. They supposed to come to you. She got on Glorilla. Didn't she get on Glorilla's song by sweating her? Come on. That's not how it's supposed to go. It's not supposed they're supposed to seek you out. But you were so desperate for that black girl validation because Nikki was getting on songs and stuff, you know? And see, God taught her ass a lesson with that too. So she snatched up and tried to get on, Glorilla track. And honestly, I felt like she served her purpose over there because I don't think Glorilla would sound good with Nikki. So yeah, do your little community service and your charity work. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, yes. Listen, they both, in my opinion, shout out to Glorilla for making something with her career and bubbling in the way that she is. But I mean, she bubbling, but yeah, you already know how I felt about that. Even though I have my sentiments towards Megan, why if Glorilla was the one that was bubbling so bad and she deserved the Woman of the Year, why she wasn't doing arenas with 4 or 5 people on her bill? Why she wasn't doing arenas? She was still doing the little civic centers, and nothing's wrong with that because everybody got to start somewhere. But don't gas it. Don't gas it. But bubble on. Do you? Um, because they swore like because one thing's for sure, you can't say that, maybe Doja has been bubbling, for a few more years and she whatever. But I felt like the way they try to say that she's bubbling, it was on a level of like a Doja. Doja was even though Doja didn't sell out the arena, she still booked them. And shit, maybe she'll downsize the next time because my friend who went to that Houston show, she didn't even know that she didn't even know, or she doesn't know. Well, she was a coworker, really, but she didn't know that I do commentary and like angle stuff like that. She was like, "Oh my god, we went to Doja Cat's show, and it was was barely anybody at the top, so they at the bottom, so they let us all come down and sit at the bottom." I said, "You just not saying this music to my ears, like damn you flop, but thank you for giving me that data and not realizing like yeah, it was nobody at the damn top because nobody was coming to that show like that." Megan has some dates like that too, but she still booked the arena. And obviously, Glorilla was there with her. And even though we were saying that she did this for her show, obviously she ain't do that damn much. Like, let's not lie in 2025. Let's say exactly what it is. All right. So, what do y'all think is going to happen with Cardi as far as like this information out? It seems as though that she's not really playing into it. She posted something alluding to that she was gonna be taking some sort of legal action against the blogger who exposed that. And then also she doing dirty work behind the scenes, telling what's that dude name who Moneybag Yo that Ari slept with Offset. And it's like, are they even still together? I don't to be honest with you, I'm gonna be frank and honest. I don't pay attention to Ari. Like maybe it's like a generation thing where it's like maybe like the 25s and 30s and ups or whatever they pay attention to her. When I see anything where like, if you want me to tell you how I really feel, when Ari was even talking to Bad Baby the other day, and I just happened to just click on it on the neighborhood talk when she was telling her that she had got molested. I didn't really feel like Ari was sincere. Like it was almost like it was like, I don't know. It was like, it was kind of weird to me. I'll just say that. This ain't about that, so I'm not gonna say it, but it just seemed weird. Like when she was telling her, like how she was like, she gave her a hug. It was just kind of weird to me. It wasn't genuine. That was just how I read the situation. But I don't pay attention to her. Like when I see something, okay, she getting her money, she wearing her brands and all of that. Do your thing, doing your whole things, do you. But that's not like something that I pay attention to per se. But get your money. Everybody got to feed their kids. Do you? Um, let's see. What? Exactly. Very standoff. What are you talking about, Ari? It didn't seem real. If that's what you're talking about. Hold on a second. I can't even see. It's all good. Whatever. But yeah. I think that Cardi, it's like it's pretty sad when you got to be a one when you're a wannabe in that type of way. It's like, damn, you don't jump from black man to black man, and then for the rumors to say, you know, she was dealing with him when she was 7 months pregnant and all of that. It's like, yo, are the kid like? It makes me wonder to myself, like, you know, and I know like y'all parents is probably like this too or whatever. But it's like, is are the kids enough? Is that enough for you to come home to every night? Are your kids enough? Or do you feel like you have to have somebody busting, just getting in you all the time? Like, y'all be looking at these celebrities like just because they have more money than us, that they more perfect. They not. A lot of them is flawed. Flawed. Because if everything was peaches and cream, like they portray to us, and we like, damn, she got a life, she living in a lap of luxury. She could eat whatever she wants to every day. She could do this and do that, right? So why you feel like, yo, do you know how many people, I promise you, right? Whether it's people fronting in relationships just to get their bills paid or to have a place to stay, you know how many people, if they had the alleged access to the resources that Cardi got, a man would probably be the last thing on their list. They'd be like, yo, let's take this trip. Let's go do that. Let's go do this. But she don't care about that. She just need a black man beating in between her thighs. That's what she need. That's crazy. Let's see. Cardi ain't getting, hold on, ain't been that much sun out here. I can't even see. Um, Cardi ain't getting dragged because she's not a black woman, right? So, everybody feels bad for her. And I even seen like a post on that blogger page, go to Lexus, and it was like people, and a lot of time it do be black women too who be egging her on, like, oh, that's good for Cardi. That's good. So it's like, yo, let me tell you something, all right? I feel like everything happens for a reason. My niece mom, remember my brother was locked up, you know, for some shit. My niece mom started dating this crazy fucking guy, right? He ended up getting locked up for over 10 years. By the time he got out, my niece was 15. And it's like my niece knows her dad, and she's just very aware because I taught her a lot, right? But it's like for you to let a man come out of prison after 10 years, don't know your daughter really, for my niece to tell me all these stories about her mom, forcing her to say she loved her stepfather. My niece was like, I felt like I didn't even really know what love was because my mother kept telling me what to say. And she was like, I don't love him. That's not my dad. So I was happy because it shows that she's, using her mind and using her critical thinking. But it's like a lot of women feel like they need a man. Like your daughter is 15, you know, going through changes as like, growing into a young lady. You dump this man into her living situation. She's uncomfortable, and you basically tell her to bite the fucking, to just get over it. That's why the relationship ain't last. That's why, that's exactly why it ain't last. Did all that, came home, let the nigga bust nuts in you, and he left your ass. For what? Like, the reason why I'm passionate about that is because throughout life, I've had a lot of women as friends, and I've seen some of the mistakes that they make. And no matter how much you give information to them, they don't listen. They want that. Like, and I'm talking about people who have done good things in life. Like, as it appears on the outside, I don't think Cardi really feels good about nothing that she's done because if she really was like, if she really felt like she was that bitch or like on a level like Nicki, like if it was up to Nicki, she would have still been with Meek Mill. Disrespect and abuse in it all. So no matter what Nicki has encountered in her life, she know when a situation is not serving her at all. She knows it. She gonna move on. Moved on from Safari. She moved on from Meek Mill. She gonna move on. She knew that that situation didn't serve her. Cardi done, she let that nigga get three babies in her, cheat on her repeatedly because she knows under all that surgery, under all that makeup, that she's not who she purports in her lyrics. She purports a boss bitch. She purports somebody who's highly, esteemed. That's not who she is. And then she'll even lie to you and tell you that, oh, people was paying for my body. When I was in the strip club, they were paying for this. That's men. Men will pay for anything. Are you crazy? Is that supposed to mean something? Like, you as a woman, if you literally was like, you know what? If you sought out, I don't care what you look like, and I'm gonna say to be honest with you, I don't care what you look like. If you woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning and you ain't have to go to work, and you put it in your mind that I'm going to get uffed, I'm gonna get fucked today, and you go out into that world, I don't care if you wanna walk like me right now, or you just go to the supermarket, or you go to the mall, somebody gonna take you on. It's not gonna be that hard. And you know what I'm saying is fact. Getting sex and getting attention is not hard, no matter what you look like. It's not hard. So when she's saying they wanted her and that they would pay for that body because they knew you was cheap. Listen, one thing as a man, I don't care. I don't care if you're straight or if you gay or whatever. You can tell the mind frame of a woman. You could tell if it's like let me tell you this, right? I could be out in public and say it's a woman, and you could tell her like she don't play like as far as like her man or whatever. They won't even really say hi to you. They really be that's that's based on individual. But certain women, they won't even speak like that. They won't. Party, she's very friendly. Because to me, in my opinion, that's community puss. Yeah. You know, and I think Cardi is an embarrassment to her family. Like she said, they was mad when she was pregnant the last time. Keep letting this man, low key, they probably like, why you don't got no? I know somebody in her family had to ask her like, why you don't get a Dominican guy? Because they don't want her. They don't. Because at the end of the night, and not those Korean videos where she be posting talking about the skincare, still putting filters on top of those too. Talking about I look like this when I wake up, and no, mama, no. It's a reason why she ain't getting no Dominican man. Talking about she like African American. It's a reason why. Listen, she's not that baddie that she purports on social media. Like when I see her walking through, when I seen Cardi walking through when she was at that damn what was it, Revere Festival, her arms was all broad and walking through. I don't know if that's just her New York state of mind and she feel like she gotta be masculine, like she this bad chick. Nah, they don't want that. They want little Nadine who got the fresh blowout and cute without doing all of that to her photos and to her damn jawline, sharpening it out, sucking out the buccal fat. They don't care about all of that. And that's why somebody like Offset, like, yo, you would think, and I've seen this play out with my dad too, right? My dad had this woman, it's my little sister mom, right? My dad had this woman who was an executive at Time Warner Cable. I'm talking about this woman was executive, and I still speak to her, not really that much, but we're still friends or whatever. Um, Situation is just kind of strange because my father didn't foster those relationships when we was young. So yes, I do have I have two little sisters. One of them we do speak. One of them is just kind of strange, right? But anyway, her mom is a big wig at Time Warner. I think Time Warner turned to Spectrum now, but very low self-esteem. Probably was making over $300,000 a year, driving Range Rovers, Benzes, and all of that. And guess what? My father was in a mix of all of that, driving her cars around while she would be, traveling for work, having other bitches in her cars. My father hit a low blow when he had this girl braiding my little sister hair before when they was living in Queens because she was working and in the five boroughs at the time because they would move around a lot. She would be in Maryland, living in, Maryland, Northern Virginia area, moved to Queens. Like she would be, taking on different projects and roles. And this nigga would just be doing foul. But I tell you, what my father going through now, he's paying for all of that. He paying for all because you did her so bad. It's like you couldn't appreciate the blessing of it. And I'm pretty sure Offset, he got his own money, so he's not in a situation like my dad. But it's like the fact that she even dealt with it for so long is very Cardi B in nature. Because when their esteem is low, see, this woman, her esteem was low. My dad would talk shit about her look in front of people, calling her ugly. telling her that she ain't even cook good food. Like, what's wrong with you? You don't cook good. You're ugly. I was like, wow. I can imagine what Offset said to Cardi behind the scenes. Because, she talking about, he tried to make my esteem low. What he do? Send you old photos of how you look before? What he do? Remind you when you call somebody else strong faced and all of that? Like, I don't care that Cardi had the surgery, but don't put other people down and call them strong faced and this and that. You could call me a monkey, but listen, what did you look like before the surgery? Because that will always be, no matter how many babies you push out, they will have your DNA and look that way. They will. They may look a little better because you know, drip them in designer and make people pay more attention to what they're wearing than actually how they actually look. But your child will always look like you. And maybe she wants children by a black man, so it'll or race or it'll because listen, I'm gonna be very careful what I'm saying because I don't want to be mean. But yeah, she ain't slick. She know that black gene is dominant. She knows that. Hmm. Oh shit. Yeah, I thought that was a. See, that's why I gotta remember to order me that bear mace off of Amazon because I be walking and listen, you just never know. Some shit run up on you. I don't know. Morning when I leave my house in the morning, right? I know that coyotes and shit don't be up, but I be like, what if I walk up to my car one day and I turn, know how you turn to get on the passenger side, and there's just an animal sitting in front of your door? You just never know. I don't know why I think like that. I be having the craziest dreams that be like that too. Like, and you know what else I be having crazy, crazy dreams about? Like this happened to me a few months ago. Like you know how like you do commentary, you talk about different people. So I was in my old high school and I think of this memory in my mind a lot because being like near the school store, I remember one day I had like these Jordan 5s on that it was like they just came out. Everybody had them shits on. And I just remember that moment of being near the school store. So I had that dream and I'm walking and Megan Thee Stallion comes by and she's talking to me. And I'm like, does she not know how much shit I be saying about her online? It was so weird. I'm like, why is she talking to me? So have you ever had a dream where it's like surreal and it's like you have some sense of consciousness in your sleep? That is so crazy. And I done had dreams that I couldn't wait to wake up from. Like, it's so crazy. But what type of work? Oh, they must be doing a P90. People find anywhere to work out down here. But yeah, you ever have a dream like that where it feels so surreal? I ain't talking about having no dream where you won money and you woke up looking for it, but like a dream where you speaking to somebody and you know y'all not friends, or you know that you don't speak or you wouldn't speak. It was almost like a little spooked. I'm like, why is she speaking to me? Like I always think like something funny is going on. Just like I left work today, and the crazy shit about it was I was crossing the street to go get in my car. I'm like, who is this car parked behind my car? And I hate when people do this, but I did this when I walked by. I looked right in the passenger seat when I walked by. And then when I started my car and I took off, the car took off behind me. And I'm like, I pressed that gas real quick. No, I pressed the brake just to kind of let them know, like, and it could have just been a regular person, but I'm like, why did you pull? You've been sitting in this car this whole time, and now you pulled off and I pulled. You got to be watchful for stuff like that. See, people, they don't pay attention to what's going on around them. I pay attention to everything. You better, yeah. One day we all gonna be old and you ain't gonna be able to pay attention to everything. I pay attention to everything. I don't care. Everything. You won't just creep up on me. I stay in my mirrors in my car. I watch everything. On the car, stay in your mirrors. Telling you, stay in your mirrors. But yeah, Cardi, she just wants this little ghetto lullaby. She feel like this binds her closer to the black community. Stefan Diggs, go get back to yours. Go get you a Dominican man. See if he want that shaved down face. Go give it up to him. Like, damn, you supposed to be this picture of being beautiful, You're supposed to be this Dominican baddie, and you still looking for black daddies. And yo, I'm telling you, I know you might think I'm a little crazy when I say this, but I can look at her and I can look at Cardi, and I will admit that she do look cute sometimes, right? And she look cute when the photos is edited and you can't really see that jaw action. It's like you know how like if he fiends or crackheads, and I'm not saying she's a fiend or a crackhead, where they have something funny around their mouth. It's like some funny movement or something. I feel like whatever she did, she has that funny look around her mouth. Like even when it's like heavily held on with makeup, there's just like something. It's like you could tell they nip tucked her right there. It's just nipping, a lot of nipping, nipping and narrowing of the damn chin. Um, and I've really noticed it, right? Remember when she was in that club in New York City, and she was like, "You could go look this up yourself." When I really started to notice that Cardi did something contorting, she did some contouring or contorting to her face, as when she was in the club and she was like, "Are we getting dangerous?" When somebody was like, "Shout out to Nicki Minaj's house," right? I looked at her face and it made me feel like it was like a moon. It was the way it was shaped. It was like, and that's what made me like, damn, that looked kind of witchy. It just looked real witchy. I was like, damn, she really just contorted her face. I don't care how I look. I'm not changing. People randomly, you get people on my videos be like, "Oh my God, your teeth!" And what about them? They've been my teeth for the past 42 years. Nope, I'm not getting braces. No, over the years, it's put whitening strips and did like a mild whitening to my teeth. That's the only thing I will ever do. I don't care. It's my experience, and I'm not doing my teeth over to please some damn YouTube. Not. See, the thing about it is, and you got to be scared of the people who like this. I'm okay with my flaws. I am fully, fully. So you talking about my teeth is not going to make me stop doing videos. It's not. I don't know, because some people do stuff like that to like throw you off kilter. You know, that's not going to work because I know how my teeth look. It's not going. It is not. Everybody's teeth is set and fit for their face. I wasn't meant to have teeth like that. I wasn't meant to have no pointy ass little nose. No. So you deal with what you got. So ain't nobody gonna have me going to getting no damn surgery, cutting my damn nose off. Nah. Yeah, I want that look. And especially for Cardi, she want that look because she wanted to be more marketable. She like, damn, Nikki got a straight nose, beautiful. She raps really well. No, I can't rap like her. And I need to be prettier. And you done jigsaw your damn face up. Let these niggas bust nuts in you continuously. I mean, if you want to be like the queen, stop letting these niggas bust nuts in you roughshod. Younger than her, and you got three babies, almost four. Just letting these niggas bust continuously up in you. It shows her. It shows her mindset. You notice how long it took Nikki to even have a baby? Nikki put her career first for real because this is what she wanted. I remember everybody want to say like, "Oh," and it's so sad that Cardi done watered down the game so much when everybody was like, remember years ago before Nikki had a baby, they was like, "She's lonely. She don't got a man. She don't got no kids or whatever." Maybe she didn't want to have no damn kids, huh? That's the problem that so many women think that you got to have a kid at the age of 25 or 27. Nah, no. She rich enough, she can have a baby at 50. It all depends on what your life is like. That's what it's about. So I think Cardi low key is getting her karma. Real talk. She came in the industry on some evil shit. She came in the industry on some non-talented shit. She came in the industry trying to flex and make it seem like she possessed all this talent that she never had. And trying to make it seem like she could compete. Like she was one of them. Hate when a person look like they one of them and you know that you're not. And you were spiteful. You were vindictive. You were divisive. You tried to be so nice and sweet and easy to do business with because you ain't got no damn talent. I wish your son was out because it looked like it. Hmm. so damn divisive. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go in the Starbucks down here. But yeah, man, I think I'm still going to do a video tonight. I just know I was going for a 2 hour walk, so I wanted to come and just chit chat real quick. But that's crazy. You got Cardi B. The blogger even said that Cardi was trying to feed them negative stories about Offset. And then once it turned around on her and the stories about her getting dug out at 7 months pregnant, that's crazy. You even be like, you know what? I respect my baby. I don't want no dick inside of me. You should have hit the go with the side of me. You let that, yo, you let that nigga get in your womb too soon. But see, Cardi, given her background, being a stripper hoe, and we don't know what she sold outside of that. I'm just saying, people who live that type of lifestyle, I remember, yo, even BK Tidalway talked about that when she was like referencing Cardi. She was like, I wasn't no club hoe. She was like, I was on the streets. So these girls wasn't just doing no damn stripping. And this is why she was saying she had to drug and rob because she was going to the hotels, giving up posada and letting them just come inside her, acting like she the rider. Come on. Going to the hotels where the hotels and hopefully the whole praise she sells. Hoes opening up their legs just for them niggas to beg. And truth be told, even though I know she got that suit against Tasha K and all of that, I'm not saying that it was true, but I definitely believe it. I do. I believe all of those monostat stories or whatever. Because people who engage in, and I'm not saying that everybody who's into that club life is on some whole shit, but I get whole shit from Cardi. I do. I'm not saying that that's true, but I'm telling you why it felt believable to me. Because Cardi does strike me as, and you could be up on your hygiene, but you could still be letting people in your areas unverified, unchecked. And when you're working in that type of atmosphere, you letting all types of people in on your body. Come on. I want you to question yourself this. If a person said they drugged and robbed men at the hotel, what were they go? Listen, and that didn't happen on every encounter. I know her body count gotta be crazy. And that's okay. We're in that era where people don't want to make it seem like they're slut shaming or whatever. And I kind of hate this era because I feel like some people do need to be slut shamed. They do. We're in this, not judging, not fat shaming. Listen, you talking to somebody, I'm now, probably by the end of this month, I'll be 260, but my heaviest, I was 390. So listen, I remember what really made me get on my shit and like start to lose my weight. I remember I was going to see my weed man like 2 years ago. And I came up in the shop and he was like, yo, like I'm recording XYZ. I looked at that damn footage. I was like, no, I promise you. Soon after that, I changed my life. And I feel like if you're not able to look at yourself and make those changes, if you can't course correct on your own and you constantly need somebody, like, no. Like I have a group on Pacer where I have like a walking challenge for the month of April, where it's like 100 miles collectively as a group. And I appreciate this one girl who's in there from this channel. I don't know what her name is on here, but she did about 20 miles. I did about 90 miles. After I'm done today, I'll have 90 miles done. I've done the bulk of the miles for the group. But the thing about it is, like, I invite people, but I don't need people. And when like, I'm so how can I say this? I'm a very meticulous person, and I'm very easygoing, but yet I'm complex. Like I don't want a person who to like, oh, do you work out? I remember this was years ago. I was like getting to know a person. I was like, do you work out? And they was like, no, I don't work out, but I'll work out with you. I'm not your fucking father. Do that shit on your own. That shit is a turn off. Do you know? And you might think that that's a small thing, like that turned me off. No. Why you need me to get you to work out? Like, who are you? You know what? I'm very much so the type of person. Who are you without my assistance? Because that's the person who's going to show up on a daily basis. No, that's how you get pretenders. That's exactly how you get pretenders. When you meet people, sometimes you just let them talk. Let them talk. When you meet people, You don't give up personal information. You can get them an idea where you live at, but certain people, they need to be ghosted. Certain people don't need to ever hear from you again. And see, the thing is, you letting people come over too soon. Now you don't let them over. Now they made you uncomfortable. Now they displaying some aggressive behavior, and you feel like you can't get them away from your house. Now you ain't got the money to even move because you probably living paycheck to paycheck. Now what? Now you got to deal with it. And if you want to get away, it's going to be dangerous. People just be making bad decisions. No, when I first meet a person, I'm not dating right now, but when I was, you get very limited details, very limited. You're not even gonna know where I live at. No, that's the problem. People get so familiar, and then you can't get rid of a person. When I just see, you need to leave stuff on the level, and I don't care. Listen, even if you got to make you a little Google Voice number or whatever to give a person, and they find out like, oh, this is Google Voice. Yeah, I don't give everybody my number. You literally need to figure out because yo, you know what they say when you meet a person, you're meeting the representative. You ain't even meeting they ass first. You're meeting a person on day one, telling them all your demands, all the stuff that you like. And you know what? One of my friends, she blogs. And I was recently telling her the other day how I hate when she does this. And she's like, you know, I was dating this guy and I told him what the other guys did to me. I told him how he cheat. I told them how they cheated on me, and he still did it. You know what it is? You telling him too much. Now he's gonna act perfect in the beginning. You let people be who they are. Let me also tell you this too, right? Cheating, even though it doesn't feel good, it's a part of life. Some people cheat. The bigger thing is not to internalize it and make it feel like it's something. See, a lot of people, you take it in and you be like, oh, it's something wrong with me. No, it's something wrong with them. They have an itch that just has to be scratched all the time. It could have been you, it could have been anybody else. So you got to let people go. Like, one of my biggest, you gotta like, we are all wired differently, but I try to like share stuff with people in a way where they could grasp it with how I think. Now you can't think like me, but I'm gonna just tell you like how I think. Anytime I fall out with a person or we're not friends no more, I think about all of my family that's in the grave who I no longer can speak to until that day where we reach, eternity. And how am I doing right now? Just fucking fine. I will be just fine without that relationship. I will be just fine without that friendship. So many people I done lost that I loved. See, my mind is a maze like that. I can get over you. Hell yeah, I can. See, a lot of y'all don't want to go through that breakup feeling. And that's probably why a big reason for low, and it's probably low self-esteem related. That's why Cardi couldn't give it up. I'm the type of person, my personality, I'm running towards the pain. We not avoiding this breakup. No, we not avoiding this breakup. We breaking up. See, but I got that type of energy and make somebody probably want to kill me because they like, damn, you just cut me off. I know that I got that because I get people mad when I stop talking to them. I can tell. So, because I'm a very good person. But that's how I kind of go through stuff. I use certain situations to help me get through. I'm like, you dealt with a family member dying? I could totally get over this relationship. Also, when I stopped smoking weed before, right? I had my wisdom teeth extracted. And if you ever had a wisdom tooth extraction, you know how painful that is. And I was trying to smoke for like a day or two with my extraction, and it gave me that dry socket. That shit put me in so much pain. I used that as a loophole to stop smoking weed back then. I'm coming up on 2 years now. I used that pain to mentally get me up out of it. You don't understand. Life is a mental damn gymnastic. It's all about how you use it. It is. Don't stress about that friend. Think about your family that's in the grave that you're still maintaining after they're gone, even if you hurt. I don't give a shit about no damn friendship. We breaking up, we breaking up. You sad? Of course you're supposed to be sad. That ain't the end of the world for me though. No. I think a lot of people don't think like that though. They just be like, oh, you know, say you break up with a person and they like, yeah, but I just feel sad every day. You're supposed to feel sad. You're gonna feel sad. Sorry for all of the cars. I'm in the middle of a intersection. Like you're gonna feel sad. I like to feel all of my emotions. I do. I do. And I think that's why a lot of people stay in situations because they don't want to feel the sad. Sad is a part of it's a part of our of who we are and our makeup. So you staying with this person because you don't want to feel that feeling. Shit. This is why I tell somebody too, right? Now, what some things that scare me in life? When I meet a person, when I meet a person and they like 25, well, shit, any age, really, like 25, 20. The first time I really experienced like a heartbreak was probably like 19, 20 years old, right? But it taught me something. It taught me. And then I kind of like went through that again, probably like maybe like a few years later. So it happened probably like 3 years, maybe three times in my life where I experienced the loss. But neither times was I blades to wrist. Neither times was I on some, I don't want to live no more. Each time I faced it head on. No, I ain't ducking nothing. And I ain't staying in no situation. That's just not, I'm not doing it. So you got to get out of that feeling like, nope, I want to feel it. Even if it's somebody dying, like this too shall pass. It shall pass. Crazy. That's why people be staying in these situations. They don't want to go towards their feelings. I want to feel it all of it. And it's so sad, right? Even people who are currently living still, and I don't have a relationship with them, I've already grieved the loss of that friendship, of that friendship, that familyhood, or whatever. We be grieving people who still alive too. Yep, I've already grieved that relationship. No, we ain't staying nowhere. We ain't welcome. We ain't staying nowhere with some funny ass energy. No, and I'm even to the point of I don't even care. Like you reached a pivotal point in your life. I don't even care what people say about me. As long as I check that bank balance good, them credit cards paid down, that money still flowing. That's all I care about. All I care about is the quality of my life. That's it. And if the quality of my life was bad, I would be working way harder. Like I already work hard, but no, I care about that bank balance and that health. So yeah, but yeah, man, that's why Cardi stayed around. Stayed with Offset. She didn't want to. She probably didn't want to lose her black card, and as it pertains to the hip hop, because he legitimized her ass. So she had to stay tethered to a black man. And when she left him, she got another one. And it gotta be a celebrity. It gotta be. It gotta be a celebrity. Cardi feel like she too popping to do like a Nikki Kenny type of thing. But Nikki is the superstar. She needs somebody who's gonna be in the press and give her that equal push. But are people even really interested in Stefan like that? I Googled his name. I didn't really see Cardi attached to it. Um, Interesting though. But at the end of the day, everybody does deserve happiness. And maybe Cardi will learn to love herself more. Who knows? But I can just see through it. There's a difference. Like, I can tell when somebody is confident for real and they confident for faking it. What the hell was that? And they confident just for faking it based on the things that they got. When I, damn, when I promise you, this is why, like I was telling people before on my channel, and I started to do this more and more. Like last year, like as I started to like lose weight, I was like, oh, I can go to I can go to what? Oh, I can go to Walmart, or I can go to Target, or I can go to Kohl's and get different shirts and stuff and still look good or whatever. Confidence still the same as if I was wearing whatever name brand designer that I had. Nobody could ever take that away from me. You can't. But to me, with Cardi, all of her esteem is attached to the material things that she got. Everything. I remember she was like, when she was like, bitches used to hate my guts. Me and my sister used to get jumped all the time. Yeah. So I probably ran your damn mouth so much. Let's see. I know I've been yapping, 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 yapping. I'm on my way back now. She's superficial. Yeah. Yeah. And she running around with damn, what's her name? Was that T Styles that's with her? Like a little Muffet baby. Like, damn, mama, where are the badass Dominican girls? Do y'all think, honestly, do you think with me saying that, is there something wrong with that? Like, Cardi, you got all of the surgeries to be bad. You want them to think that you're this badass Dominican girl from the Bronx. Why you only got the. I ain't trying to dis. Star Brenner's not ugly, but she's not. It's like you look around who she keeps around, and then she says she has some damn. She tried to mention this Hispanic name before, like my friend Amanda or somebody. I don't know what she said their name was, but I feel like they was um Hispanic. Why Amanda don't go to the nightclub with you? Because every time I see you, it's these black girls around. And it was like even this black guy I follow on Twitter, he even posted that the other day, and he don't even be in a conversation. He's like, why she ain't never around her people? Because they don't make her look gangster enough. That's why. And I don't know what that little Muffet baby would do anyway. People, if that's that girl who people were saying she sold them fake stuff, shit. But you know, Cardi got security and all of that, so they ain't really doing no hand action like that anyway. But yeah, if you're because I can guarantee you when it comes to her sister, now Cardi's sister, you know, she done said something before about like, oh, y'all saying this about my sister. Isn't that a little racist? Isn't this racist? Cardi's sister give me the feeling that she would say negative things about black women behind the scenes too. But she might take a black dick to the throat or to the P word. But she strikes me as that. And Cardi's sister also strikes me that she do got friends that look like her. Cardi, she was a thrown away child. You know, the baddies ain't want her on the team. And this is why they ain't around her right now. Like, if you even look at, well, Ice Spice, you know, she played clear trapper close, but Ice Spice still has some girls around that look kind of ambiguous like her too. Cardi don't got nobody who she keep her, and to me, that's a problem. And I don't know why I got the eye for that, but I remember one of my friends, I had said this to them. I was like, damn, all of your friends are Hispanic, like for you to be black. And the reason, and listen, obviously there was something there, and I asked why. And they was like, when they was younger, they just had a negative experience with getting in, they got in a lot of trouble. And their parents pretty much put them in a school where it was only Hispanic people. See? So when you be having questions or you be noticing stuff, you don't be far off. It do be shit going on and reasons why. And I believe that Cardi's community, she was never looked at as beautiful. And this is why she could go over here and get these black niggas who just feel like, oh, she's fair skinned. I'm gonna have kids by her or whatever their reasoning is. But with Offset, he definitely seen dollar signs in Cardi. That's why they got affiliated because he was like, oh, this could be something. Yeah. Pimp her ass out. She came from the damn nightclub, pimp her ass out. She wasn't as pretty or beautiful back then. That's why he kept cheating. And the things that I might say might not be 100% true in reality, but what I be brainstorming on, like I was like, Cardi got her face fixed to be softer like the women Offset cheats on. It might be something that you don't want to digest, but I guarantee you with some validity to that. Because, like I said, a cheater is a cheater. And when this man was cheating on you, either he accepts you for who you are, but he obviously accepted you for money. And Cardi probably started chipping away at herself, like, damn, what these bitches got it out of God. What they got it out of God, they got that softness. Shit, you walking in the damn Revere festival with your damn arms so broad, trying to do this damn money dance. Like, stop. Like, who these people be acting for? Like, who the hell they acting for? I got about 25, I have about 50 minutes left on this walk. I'm about to wrap this up. Anyway, because I want to listen to the music on my way back. But I appreciate y'all for listening. Sorry I didn't see it's kind of hard for me. I don't want y'all to think I'm rude, like, oh, you're not looking at my comments, but I already got shades on. The sun is not out like that, so it just looks a little dark. But I appreciate everybody coming through. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about Cardi's ghetto story. Having SCX 7 months pregnant, coming out of the hotel room disheveled. digging her own hole. She gonna need a shovel. Like, no type of respect for the baby in your womb. You let a nigga in your P word that soon. Oh man. Mm-mm-mm. She just let him desecrate the pussy. Just desecrate it. Like, damn. Where's the motherly instinct? Like, you know what? It's a baby in me. I am a married woman, but maybe Offset just dogged her out so bad to where she's like, I'm gonna do the ultimate. I'm gonna put P word in my V hole while I'm pregnant. Maybe she felt like that would, yeah. Mm, coming out of a hotel room. Maybe it was some the flip side of it, right? Maybe Offset didn't make her feel love through her pregnancy. Maybe, one of my friends said this to me when she lost a baby. She had two kids by her ex-husband, and then the third one, she had a miscarriage. And she was like, she in so many words said that she felt like it was sexual, not sexual abuse, but she felt like it was abusive because he said he wants all these kids and I don't want them. But how did she make him stop? Like, how do you tell your husband no? And the thing about it, this same man was beating on her. Same man. I remember when I met her in 2016, I moved to Houston. Yo, she had her baby. She had two by him. She already had her older son who was like in high school. So imagine um that nigga was cheating on her when she was pregnant. And then she gave birth to her baby and she was back at work like the next week. I'm like, yo, why you at work? Why you ain't you supposed to be like on 6 weeks postpartum or whatever? She was like, what was his name? Because you ain't got no, I'm gonna say general name. What the fuck is his name? I can't even think of it, but pretty much Leon told me I had to come back to work, that I got to make money because he was a hustler. So they used her money to like get more product. That was back in my customer service days when I moved here in 2016. I've grown so much since I've been here. I was in the trenches then. I loved it though, because I love the people who I worked with. But yeah, listen, sometimes relocating is as simple as just doing it. When I moved here, I got my car shipped to Houston, paid like $800 at the time. I did an online interview, like a phone interview. I think when I first moved here, I was probably making like right at $20 an hour for that job. Yep. I interviewed over the phone. They tried to offer me 18. I was like, nope, I need at least $20. They was like, well, I'm gonna tell you, we might not be able to do it. So if you don't hear back from us, we're gonna have to move on. And I said, well, I'm willing to, take that risk. They called back in like an hour. They was like, okay, we'll offer you the 20. Yeah, you gonna offer me that. Yeah. I accepted the job position. I moved here. So relocating, I would just tell you before I leave, if you relocate, get on this website called Trulia. Now you know crime has no crime has no address, but you at least want to give yourself a good chance and research areas. In Houston, they got this thing saying before you move somewhere, go over there and see how it is at nighttime. Like, see what it's like at night. That's something that I do kind of like live by too, because you want to see how calm it is, if it's any action or whatever. That's important. But relocating is definitely doable. Some people I feel like you need that in your life because that grows you up. If I was in New York still, I don't know. I feel like I fully grew up like into a man coming to Houston and being on my own. So I'm grateful for this city for that reason. And I just like it better overall. But anyway, I'm up out of here. Be blessed. Peace.